Now, I travel all over the world, and I usually dance a little bit at the beginning of my presentations. At some places, it's accepted, and some places it's a little weird. So I love it when I come to the Netherlands, because I know that you'll dance right with me. I know this is a place where people like to have fun. So thanks for coming today. Thanks for welcoming me. I really am honored to be here. Thanks for the introduction. And really today, Rain Day, what we want you to understand this Rain Day is really what rain is. And not just what rain is, but what it can mean for you. Because rain isn't just about Byron. Rain is about all of us. And rain is about all of us, including people that aren't even in this room. And really what I want to do, and what rain is all about, is how can we go out and make the world better and have every single person that comes in contact with rain have their life improved. That's what we want. That's my goal. That's my passion. And that's what gets me up in the morning. It's got to be bigger than money. Yeah, it's got to be bigger than money. But at the same time, money makes a lot of things happen, right? And so I want to share a little bit about this with you today, but I was just in a place, Uganda, where we were able to build a workshop for women to work. We're building a library, a community center, and whether we think money matters or not, that all takes money, right? And so what I want to talk today about is just that. What is rain? Because the world is going to know who we are. Because what we have is too big. And the beautiful thing is, we know about it now. And so, by the time you leave today, if you're here listening to rain, or learning about rain for the first time, I want you to understand really who we are and what we're doing. And for that to happen, you need to kind of understand the story, where we've come from, maybe even who I am. So, as I was introduced, my name is Byron Belka. I'm 41 years old. I have 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys. And they're the reason why I do what I do, the main reasons. And what I love about rain is no matter what your reason is, it doesn't matter. Your purpose can be different than my purpose. But we have the same platform to get us there. See, anybody that's ever seen success in life and done something big, really big, I'm talking change the world big, they had to have a platform that was bigger than them. They had to have something that could impact people. And so, I've always been interested, not in money, but what money can provide. I don't need 10 cars. I don't need 5 houses. I want options, and I want freedom. See, I grew up in a family with 6 children. I'm the oldest of 6. I have 2 younger brothers and 3 younger sisters. And we're all blessed, guys. I've been to parts of the world. Okay, we're all blessed, right? So I'm not complaining how I was raised. We had food, we had clothes, we had a house, but still, with 6 children, there's not a lot of extra. And would you agree today, in today's society, is there more stress or less stress? More. There's more stress, right? And even growing up, me being the oldest, I saw the financial stress in my family. I saw my mom cry and be worried about how we were going to pay for this, or how we were going to do that. And it wasn't because my dad wasn't a hard worker. In fact, I really look up to my dad. He's one of my heroes. He's one of the hardest working people I know. But a lot of times, we're in a situation where it's not set up for us to win. It's not set up for us to win. It's set up for us to work. And I know because now people work 2 jobs or 3 jobs and they still don't have enough. Right? We see a lot more of that. And so I'm telling you, there are some things that are broken. Because when somebody works 40 years or 50 years and they still don't have enough, I call it broken. It's broken. There's a lot of things that are broken. There's another thing that's broken. Okay? and that is nutrition. Okay, we live in a world where we have more information than ever before. We can find it on the web. We see all this stuff, but yet we're more sick than we've ever been. Right? More people are sick than they've ever been. That's a problem. And there are other big problems in the world that I believe can be fixed. But here's the problem. We want to do more. We'd like to spend more time doing it. But it's hard for us to help others when we have to worry about ourselves first, right? And so what RAIN is, and what I want to explain to you RAIN is how do we find a solution to all of those things? How do we do that? And I just needed somebody when I was younger to show me a path. Because I think I'm just a normal guy. I'm normal. Guys, I'm a normal. I'm not the, I mean, people give me a lot of credit. I'm like, whoa. Hey, did my wife see that? My kids see that? Because, because I'm just a normal guy. But here's the thing. I am not okay with a normal life. I'm not okay with the normal outcome. I'm not. I'm not satisfied with what life is just going to give me if I just let it take me to where it's going to take me. I think life is too short. I think we live in the best time in the history of the world to be alive. The best time. More opportunity, we can do more than we can ever, I mean, the world gets smaller and smaller because of technology, right? We can have an impact, greater impact today than we've ever been able to have. So it's the best time to be alive. It's the best time to be able to make change. And I wanted something more. I just didn't know what, and I didn't know how. And when I was younger, I was 26 years old, and I found somebody who was a mentor to me. He was a multimillionaire. He grabbed me by the arm, and he showed me what to do, to be able to build something that was mine, that somebody else couldn't take away. And it changed my life. That's when I was introduced into networking. And I was done it by a gentleman who also came from nothing. And here's what I think. I think that everybody just needs to be given a chance. I always thought, hey, if somebody will give me a chance, if somebody will believe in me and show me what to do, I promise I'll do it. I'll do it. Just show me. Somebody believe it, give me a chance. And I believe that that's where most people are. Most people have the ability and the talent to do it. They just need to be given a chance. They need to have a platform. And here's the thing. I'm going to share with you today something that I believe is changing the industry that I'm going to talk about, and that can change the world. And here's what usually happens when somebody has something this big. They don't share. They don't share. They don't let you and I play. They go make the money. They see the benefit. We don't. We can be a consumer. We can feed the engine. But we can't play in the same game that they play in. And I believe that this is the platform that's going to set thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of people free. And that's why I work as hard as I do. So, let's see. I was in LA, and then I got on a flight to LA to go to Nigeria. And I was in Nigeria where I talked to 700 people. And then after Nigeria, I went to Uganda. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that later. I was there for a couple of days. And then I took a flight. It was a red-eye at about 11 p.m. at night to come to Budapest. So I got there, and we left the airport. I hurried, took a shower. I did a meeting yesterday. And then we got up at 4:30 this morning to catch a 6 a.m. flight to come here. And then tomorrow I'm going to go to Norway. And then we're going to do 2 meetings there. And then I got to fly back to Amsterdam so that I can fly back home. And then I'm going to be home for a couple days. Then I go to Mexico. And the reason that I do what I do is because I believe what I'm talking about. I don't just say it, right? I believe it. It's easy to say things, but I'm passionate about it, and I can't sit still because people need to know. We need to make a difference. People need to understand what we have. And I think that when you've been blessed with something, it's our responsibility to bless. And so hopefully today as I share some of this, you can see why I'm so excited, why the person that invited you today is so excited, why we believe really, it's not something we're saying, why we really believe we will change the world, and that we can. And it needs to be changed. Okay? So let's talk about this. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to change things and do things in a new way, in a better way. And do things in a way, and I'm going to show you some examples that haven't been done before. And here's one of the problems that we're dealing with. Okay? And that is, as I talk about some of these problems, one of the problems that we're dealing with is everybody's walking around and we're eating food, but we're malnourished. You know, when they did a study in the US, they tested some oranges that had 0 vitamin C. 0. Still tasted like an orange, still looked like an orange, 0 vitamin C in it. Okay? Our food is not the same, right? Our food is different today than what it was years ago. You know what they're saying about my generation? They're saying, I'm going to be the first generation where more of us die before our parents do. Because I'm the first generation in America that was fully raised on processed food. From formula. Right? When my mom was a baby, there was no formula. There's no baby formula. Okay? Everything is processed today. So all of us are walking around, but we're malnourished. We're not getting the nourishment that we need. Okay, really is a drought going on in the world right now, and everything is at an all-time high. If you think of a sickness or an illness or a disease, there's diseases the last 5 years that didn't exist before. We're starting to hear all these new names, right? There's all these things that we never heard before. I remember when I was growing up, I don't remember one of my friends having a gluten issue. I remember one. Maybe there was one. I don't know anybody that couldn't drink milk when I was growing up. But that's different today, right? Things have changed. And so, what's going on is there really is a lack of nutrients. And here's the thing. We don't just need nutrients like our grandparents or our parents got. Because, like I said before, don't we live in a more stressful environment? Is our air cleaner or dirtier? Is our water cleaner or dirtier? What about our food? Does it have more chemicals and pesticides and herbicides and hormones and stuff now or before? So even if we get the same amount of nutrients our grandparents got, that's not enough. We need more. We need dense nutrients if we want to be able to protect ourselves from our environments. Okay, our environments. And like I said, I was in Uganda, and when we were driving to the airport, I was almost sick because of all the fumes. I mean, the fumes. I don't know if they regulate the lead even in their oil there, but just driving and smelling the exhaust from everybody. I mean, I was almost sick by the time we got there. You know, and I'm not used to that, but they're in that every day. So there's a thing, but we have a solution, guys. And here's the solution. Is we're going back to the basics. We're going to where nutrition started from, and we're going to where nutrition is naturally concentrated. See, we don't just need the normal nutrition. We need concentrated nutrition. Right? We need it. We're going to the seeds, and we're the first company to do this, to focus on where seeds come from. Now, one of the things I love about seed nutrition is we're also recycling. Because when a farmer puts a seed in the ground, does he just get one seed back? A lot of seeds back, right? Does he get more than enough seeds for next year's harvest or next year's planting? Yes, so what do they do with the extra seeds? They try to sell them or they throw them away, right? They sell them to us now. No, they throw them away. A lot of seeds end up thrown away. But that's where the power is. Okay, I want you to think about this. Everybody's focused on organic and everybody's focused on natural and all this stuff, which is great, right? But if I were to take an apple, let's say I take an apple, And there was a table right here. And I take the leaf from the apple and I put it on the table. And the stem, put it on the table. And the peel. And then the fruit. And then the seed, and I put it all on the table. And then we leave for 1 month. And then we come back. Everything on that table is dead. Except for one thing. What's left? The seed. Where's the power? It's the seed. Where's the future of life? In the seed. You know, there's countries that have seed banks. They store away seeds. Just in case we mess things up too bad with GMO. Or in case there's a nuclear war or something, and we need to repopulate the world. What do we need? Seeds. Without seeds, we don't exist. We were a seed. Okay? So everything starts with the seed. So that's where you get the purest cell. That's where you get the purest form of nutrition. And that's where we're going. So we're going to change the way nutrition is done. Because yeah, you can go get an organic this or that, but you want to know? Even that is becoming capitalized. Do you know that? Do you know in America now? Do you know what organic means? Do you know what organic means? It means nothing was sprayed on it or no chemicals were used the last 90 days. The last 90 days. So now if it says organic, you don't even know. So it just continues to change as we've got to go to the source. Because we got to get these nutrients. And we're able to give people what they need, their bodies need, because the body is the miracle. Do you need to tell your body what to do when you give it nutrients? It just does it, right? You don't need to tell it. It does it. And so what we need to do is just say, here's the buffet. Take what you need. Do what you need. And it sounds really, really simple. But guys, you have to get back to the basics. So just like if I was playing basketball, let's say I was playing basketball, and I have a bad game. I'm missing all of my shots. And then the next game I have another bad game. You know what? The coach is going to tell me, Byron, get back to the basics. When you shoot, are your feet square with the basket? Is your elbow in? Are you bending your knees? Are you extending your arm and flicking your wrist? You're going to basics, 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 basics. So, that's the same thing that Rain is saying to the world. If we're more sick than we've ever been, what do we need to do? Back to the basics, baby. Right? That's what we got to do. Get back to the basics. And that's what we're doing, where we can get these dense nutrients, where the antioxidants are more powerful, and things are more powerful. And the thing is, guys, science doesn't have it all figured out. So sometimes when they do an extract, and they pull and they concentrate something, and they strip away everything else, my belief, my personal belief, and I'm not a doctor or scientist, so I could be wrong, is you're probably taking away some things that make that work in the first place. It all works together. Right? You know, it's just like if I have an orchestra and I just add 50 more violinists, does it make the orchestra sound better? Or 100 more violinists? No. You need the whole orchestra, right? It all works together. So we use the entire seed. We don't just strip and extract, take everything else out. We want to use the benefit of the whole thing. Because the whole thing is what makes it work. So, what are we doing? Well, we're creating a brand new category. A brand new category. Now, if you look at this, you can see herbs. You can see the category for herbs and pills and drinks and oils. You can see that. Billions of dollars every year. Those are all different categories. But here's what I love about ours. Okay, I'm a nice guy. I'm an easygoing guy, but I love to win. I love to win. And do you know what the world doesn't realize yet? But they're gonna. Do you know what this industry of nutrition hasn't realized yet? Is that we just put the entire nutritional industry in checkmate. Checkmate. You can come out with the juice, I can use the seed, it's more powerful, checkmate. You can use the oil, great. I can use the seed, checkmate. Okay, because all of these things, where did an herb, where did drinks, where did oils, where do they all come from? Seed. They all came from a seed. So this is the biggest category that has ever been in the history of nutrition, and we own it. We're the first to market. We're taking it to the world. Guys, this is huge. This is not just another product. Hey, you can lose 2 pounds. Okay? This isn't just another trend. This is not something that's going to disappear. It's here today, it's exciting for a second, and then gone. We've all seen that, right? Products and companies like this, and then this. And this, and then this. When are seeds not going to matter? When is nutrition not going to matter? We're not going to have the entire world wake up one day and say, I don't care how I look or feel. I don't care if my kid is sick or not. That's not going to happen. So the time and energy that we put towards something, it better matter, right? It's got to matter. It's got to make a difference. It's got to impact people's lives. And the reason that Rain is here, okay, for 6 years, we're going on our 7th year, is because our products flat out work. Because it's nutrition. It's nutrients. They flat out work. End of story. That's why we grow every single year. We have a category. Guys, this is what I've been waiting for. It's not another product. It's bigger than a product. It's a category of seeds. Now, in creating this category, we're doing things another way. And I want to kind of give you some examples. So you got category makers, people that have done things different ways. So what they've done is they've taken something and they've changed it, right? They've changed it. So as you look at Apple, is Apple just a computer company? Do they make computers? No, what have they tried to do? They've made technology easy and cool. Okay, that's what they've done. Can you get coffee at a lot of places cheaper than Starbucks? Yes. Is coffee cheaper other places? But guys, I travel around the world, there's Starbucks everywhere. They're always packed. What? They're always packed. They've created an environment. They've changed the environment of coffee drinking. So they've taken something and they've improved upon it. And that's what Rain is doing too. We're taking something and we're improving upon it. We're taking an existing thing of nutrition and making it better. Okay? So, if you look at this too, once again, Uber. Did they invent taxi driving, taking one place to another place? Did they invent that? No. What did they do? They made it easier. They changed it. And what did they do? Here's what I love. What did they do? Who did they empower? The people. They empowered people. Okay, what happens when you empower people? The world changes. Okay? They empower people. Spotify. And there's other things like Apple Music and different things. What's this? You can listen to a song, anytime, any place, now. It changed. Did they invent music? No. There's just a better way, and that's the exact same thing. Has nutrition been there before? Yes. Are there companies that do nutrition? Yes. What has Rain done? We're giving you, and we're giving the world a better way to get it. A better way. All we've done, it's been right in front of our faces, and we're giving people a better way. And what are we using? What model? The one that can empower people. Right? The one that empowers the people. That's what we're doing. So not only are we a category creator in the sense that we have a category, but we're taking a category and we're making it better. Okay, we're taking something that's been there and we're empowering the people and making it better. And I don't care, you can have 7 green smoothies or you can have 30 milliliters of our product. Which one's easier? Which one's more convenient? The same nutritional value, we're just using seed, more concentrated. Would you rather juice 7 green smoothies Or would you rather take 30 milliliters, one gulp of our stuff, right? Is it convenient? Is it cost effective? What's more expensive? Juicing 7-grain smoothies, right? So what we're doing is we're changing the game. Okay? We're changing things. And that's what I love. And so the beautiful thing about Reign's system is we have different products that can focus on different things. Now here's what I love about owning a category. Here's what I love about us doing something. Guys, it's not another company with just another product. Is what can't we do with seeds? What can't we do? I mean, could I make clothes with seeds? I could. Could I make, you name it. Could I make shampoo with seeds? I could do anything. What can't we do with seeds? So here's the beautiful thing, is we have things that focus on different parts of the body. Focused on detoxification. Focused on building up your immune system. Focusing on your joints. Okay, this is the first product. Go to any health food store, try to find a joint product with glucosamine, chondroitin, that doesn't come from animal. Go try to find it. That doesn't come from shellfish. That doesn't come from cartilage. Go try to find it. Go to any one of your health food stores in the Netherlands, you won't find it. There's only one place to find it. Here. We got glucosamine, chondroitin from plants and seeds. I didn't even know it existed. We had to go find it. Okay? But we have it. The first and only one of its kind. That's been form, protein, skincare. Guys, what can't we do? Here's the beautiful thing, is we're just getting started. We could come out with hundreds of products that are better because we're using the seed. Because they're more concentrated. Okay? I don't care if somebody uses a juice. There's no way they can sell that person enough juice to get the benefit. They'd have to drink liters to get the same benefit I can get from a seed. So somebody with a juice can't even try to compete with me. Because they can't put the nutrients in the juice like I can get from the seed. They can't. It's not there. It's concentrated in the seed. And that's what we got. So, these are some of our products. Now, we do trainings where we actually go through each one of these products. And we talk about the benefits. And you'll probably hear from some of those today. Some different testimonials from people. But here's the product that we started with, right here. Soul. This product was originally created to help children that were going through chemotherapy, that had leukemia. It was originally created to help them rebuild their immune systems and their muscular structures after the chemo had torn them down. Okay, but don't a lot of us need to rebuild our immune systems? Don't all of us have stress on our bodies? Okay, this wasn't a product that was made for an MLM company, for good marketing. It was made to change people's lives. Okay? And just this product alone, this is what we started with. We've sold over 150 million US dollars just of that. Just of that product alone. Do you want to know how you sell $150 million of a product? It has to work. It has to work. Okay, so who in this room has ever experienced the power of seeds or knows somebody who has? Raise your hand. See, it's crazy. It's crazy. This happens everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. And I was just in, like I said, Africa, where they don't get, they don't have a lot of nutrition. And it's crazy to see what happens when they take one pack. One sachet. And they feel it, and they see it, and things change. Their bodies are like, whoa. Whoa. And I love that. Because we have, once again, we have products that matter. We won't come out with a product unless it is beneficial. We don't come out with a product just for good marketing. We come out with a product if it changes people's lives. Okay, and that's what Reign is all about. That's our goal. And because of that, we've been able to attract people that normally in networking you would not get. You wouldn't get them. There's no way. Like Dr. Christina Cook. She teaches at Harvard. She's taught at Harvard. She's taught at Johns Hopkins University. Johns Hopkins, if you don't know, is where doctors go to learn how to be doctors. It's the most prestigious university for doctors in the United States. She teaches there, or has taught there. She's worked for pharmaceutical companies. If you've heard of a drug, she's probably dealt with it. Now, Christina, she's had 4 types of cancer. 4 types. Do you want to know right now how many cancers she has in her body? Okay, her dad, none. Her dad had brain, neck, and throat cancer. Stage 4. He has no cancer. Her kid, one of her children, had cancer at the age of 2. No cancer. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's done stuff that I didn't even know existed, even called programmed cell death, where she can program a cell to go into the body and say, look like me or die. Do another cell. Change and become healthy or die. She's amazing. You think she's going to put her name and her reputation behind a fake product? You think she's going to do something that isn't life-changing? She's here, and she's bringing other people here. And because she worked with pharmaceutical companies, she's learned how to do a lot of different things, and one of them is write patents. So she's helped us. When we first looked at seed nutrition, and we first looked at patents on seeds, the only patents we could find had to do with what, do you think? Agriculture. All the seeds and patents had to do with agriculture, farming. There were no patents on nutrition. So right now, Rain, we have 17 patents on nutrition, on seed nutrition. The first company to get them, and we learned from her pharmaceutical background how to patent them, to protect them. And so there's going to probably be other copycats, right? There's probably going to be other companies that try to come out and copy us. And right now, I'm telling you right now is not the time for us to fight. I don't want to spend millions of dollars fighting, because I want to spend those millions of dollars growing and impacting the world. But there will be a day when we have tons of extra money in the bank, and you know what we'll do? We'll shut every one of them down. Because we have the patents. We have the rights. We're the first. Somebody else can try, I can shut them down. We own the right. We're not trying to own the rights for networking. We own the rights for nutrition in general with seed nutrition. Guys, do you understand what that means? But I want you to think about that. Think for a second. What have you done to put food on and provide for your family, put food on the table? Now, think of this. If you were the only one that could do that, and nobody else could, but your company, does your opportunity for increase or income increase? Yes, absolutely. So you know what? Let the other companies try to take our table scraps as they fall on the ground, but we'll just get them all back later. Because you know what? Now's not the time to fight. Once again, people really don't even know we exist yet. But there's going to be a time when we'll come out and we'll just shut them all down in the future. All right, because we have the patents. We've got people like Dr. Diaz. Okay, he's a neurosurgeon. I mean, he's done amazing things. Was one of the first guys to do spinal and brain surgery using robots. Okay, and he's actually done brain bypasses. You've heard of bypass surgery for the heart? But what about when somebody has a stroke and they need to connect this part of the brain to another part of the brain so it can function? The guy's brilliant. To have him speak is $50,000 US. But he's at Rain. How do we get people like that at Rain? Because they want to be a part of something big. Okay, and hopefully this gives you an idea of what they think we're going to do. They wouldn't spend their time here if they didn't think we were going to do something bigger than what they've been a part of. I don't have to pay him $50,000 to speak. I had him speak in Hong Kong. I just had to pay for his flight. Why would he do that? Because he wants to be a part of something big. Same with Dr. Cather and the rest of the people that we're bringing. So, guys, we have got a team that money can't buy. Money can't buy. They don't need money. I mean, they own, like Dr. Diaz, he owns hospitals in China. I mean, they own all these different things. They don't need money. Now they're trying to change the world. They have money. They want to impact. They want to make a difference. Okay? We're great people, and that's who we have. And we continue to attract these types of people and doctors from around the globe. So we're in over 30 different markets. Over 30. Okay? And like I said, we've been doing this for 5 or 6 years now. 6 years, probably longer than that since I've been a part of it. But let me tell you a little bit about how I got involved. Guys, I'm the CEO of the company and the founder of the company, but it didn't start out that way. The first time I heard about Rain, I was sitting in a seat like you. So you might think, okay, how are you sitting in a seat but you're a founder? How are you doing that? But you're one of the owners. Well, I was sitting in the seat. I've been a distributor most of my life. I saw this. I was blown away at the concept. I've never been a part of a category. I have friends who have. I had some of my friends that were with the first juice companies. I had some of my friends who were with some of the first oil companies. And I know what happened. But this is bigger. And so I saw the potential. I went out there, I started building, and then I found out that the original owners didn't have the vision. They didn't have the experience, and they were going to let it fail. They were going to shut it down. So what would you do? What would you do? This is the best thing I've ever seen. Okay, I just needed somebody to give me a chance and show me how to do it. I'd had somebody do that, so I knew how to do it. I never had something this good. I couldn't let it die. So guys, I've never raised millions of dollars before. Never have. Didn't know how. I've never been on the corporate side. Okay, I've never been a CEO. I love being a distributor. I love going to the beach and watching my check go up. Not worried about shipping and seeds and manufacturing. I don't want to worry. I love worrying about what? Teaching and training. And empowering my people. But we do what we have to do. Has anything ever happened in your life that you weren't planning on? Has that ever happened? Okay. Have you ever been frustrated? It's frustrating, guys. It's life. But here's the thing. Whether it's life, or whether it's business, or whatever. Okay, I have 4 children. Right? And now their ages are from 15 to 7. So they're all getting active in their different sports, or their dance, or whatever. So sometimes when I'm home and my wife and I, we will plan out the week. And we'll say, okay, I'm going to pick up this kid at this time. And you pick up that kid at that time. Then I go watch this game, and then you do this, and then we can plan out the whole week. And do you think it goes perfect? How often do you think something doesn't go perfect? Okay. Okay, all right. So why do we think it's going to be perfect in any other aspect of life? Why do we think it's going to be perfect in any other way? It's not going to be perfect there. Okay, you've got companies like Apple, right? Okay, they'll spend how much money do they have on developers? How much money do you think they spend on developing a new software? Okay, right? And they still come out with the software and there's bugs, right? And yet we expect everything else. Sometimes life can be chaotic, but business needs to be perfect. Okay, it's not realistic. And when these guys got billions of dollars and they still make mistakes, are we going to make mistakes as we grow? Yes, we will. Guys, we will. That's part of the process, right? It's part of any process as we grow. That's what's going to happen. But what we do is we focus and we get better. We focus and we learn and we get better. And that's what's happened the last 6 years. And we keep doing it. We keep getting better. Right? So, we're in 30 different countries. So here's the thing that I really want you to know and understand. We keep investing into you. Now let's say you had a window washing business, and all you did was wash windows. And you wanted to start that business in Germany. Can you just go do it? Nope. Don't you have to spend more money, set up another entity? Does that cost money? Okay, but then let's say you do that, and then the next day you say, hey, I'd like to do this in America. Is that going to cost money?
Yeah.
Is that going to be a headache and a pain?
Yeah.
And then let's say the next day you're like, what about if I started a window washing business in Asia? Is that going to cost money?
Yeah.
Okay? And that's a window washing business. Here's what I love about what we have done. We have spent millions and millions of dollars in infrastructure for you. Because this is a platform for us, right? Somebody buys what? A couple boxes of product? And they can do business in 30 plus countries and get paid here. Do you have to worry about currency conversion? Nope, I do. You have to worry about getting money out of countries and all? Nope, I do. You don't. Okay? But look what we just did. We just gave you the globe. I mean, we spent the money, research. Someone joins for a couple of boxes, they spend a couple of €100, and they have all of the borders to do international business wiped away. Crazy. It's amazing. See, this is how you empower people. This is how you give people an opportunity, if they understand what it is. All right? So, 30 different countries. And like I talked about, here's the thing. I believe that some of the biggest problems in the world can be solved if you put money behind it. I do, if you put money behind it. As I talk to charities, see, we have a charity that we started. It's called Seeds for Change Foundation. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. And we try to find people that are doing good things that we can team up with. And every single charity that I talk to, guess what they say? We could do more if we had money. How many of them say that? All of them. Okay, I want you to think of something right now. Does everybody know what a philanthropist is? How many poor philanthropists do you know? They don't exist, right? Because they have more than they need. And so now they go out and do what? Make a difference. So here's the thing. It's hard for us to go out and help the poor if we're one of them. Really? Isn't it? It's hard for us to go help. What would you do if money wasn't an option? If money didn't hold you back. You didn't worry about it. Do you think you could do more? Could you give more? Could you make a difference? You could. I know you could, and I know you would. We would spend more time helping others, but we have to take care of ourselves. Don't we? But what if we didn't? Or what if we could change that? Where a way that you made money was helping others. What if we put money behind some of the biggest world problems, I think we'd solve them. Because then you could survive while you're helping. Right? You can make a difference and at the same time survive. See, now that's what I'm talking about here. We need to have a social impact. We need to make a social impact on the globe so that when we go out and do things, we're impacting lives, we're making a difference. And that's what Reign is about. It's not just about giving people products. It's empowering the people to help us give products so that you can use that platform to change your life so that you have more than enough. But then at the same time, when you have more than enough, and Reign has more than enough, and not just then, but through the whole process, we're changing people's lives that don't even know we exist. We're changing people's lives, we're changing generations because of what we're doing. And so, that's what I love about really making this social impact. We have our Seeds for Change Foundation. You know that every time somebody buys a box of product, a Soul or Core or Bend or anything else, every single time we take a percentage, we take 25 cents from that sale and we donate it to Seeds for Change Foundation. That doesn't sound like a lot. But you start adding tens of thousands of boxes together, it's a lot. In fact, that's where I just came from. The reason that I was in Uganda is because we were doing a ribbon cutting. because we just got done building a workshop for women. Because in Uganda, in the city that I was in, there's not a lot of work for women. There's a lot of physical labor. So the women that have to provide have a hard time providing. So this group, Musana, was trying to empower women and give them jobs. And we thought that that was a worthy cause. And so we started to team up with them. And we ended up buying land, and we built a workshop. And now they don't employ 10 women anymore. They employ 60 to 80 women. And it's going to be more than 100 that they can have at that facility. Everybody that works for Musana, we cover all their children's fees to go to school. So all our kids that didn't go to school, now go to school. And we also building a community center where we're taking the disabled children, and we found 50 of them so far, that basically get locked in a room. They don't get out, they're shunned, because still in Uganda, if you have a disabled child, it's a curse. You did something wrong. Right? You did something wrong, so they kind of hold their kid, they hide them. They don't go to school. They get left alone. And maybe it's just that their foot's missing. They're smart. And so we found 50 children, and we're picking them up twice a week. We go get them, we bring them to the community center that we built, and they get educated, they socialize, and they can just be kids. And these are things that we're doing. I even had the mayor, and I was in the city council, because we were putting a library together. The town is donating a location for us to do the library. They're even giving us 5 employees that the city will pay for to help us run the library. I went around to the different schools where we've donated books, where kids didn't have any books. You go to school, you don't have a book. Or we're donating all these books. Is that making a difference?
Yes.
Okay. See, but that's not me doing it. That's us doing it. That is us doing it. Because every time we sell a product, someone's life gets blessed. Every time. Not the first time, every time. Because that's who we are. So as we go out there and we do this, we're going to change things. Do you think that changed the community?
Yes.
Do you think we planted seeds of greatness in people? What are we going to do to generations? Okay, that's crazy what we're going to do. We're going to have some of the first kids that are going to be able to, it's not even the disabled kids, the kids of the workers. When I talked to him, when I met him, that's what one of the ladies said is, I want my kid to be one of the first kids to go all the way to school, all the way through college. Because that's never happened in my family. Okay, and that stuff can happen because of what we're doing. We built schools in Mexico. We've done other things. We're going to do things all around the world, and we're just getting started. So, I love that. Another thing that we do is, you can see this is Musana right here. This is Musana. And I got to meet a lot of these ladies. And man, they have such good attitudes, but they don't have an easy life by any means. I got to go to their homes, and we ended up actually at the very end of the night, we got to go to the different homes, and even though their homes were dirt floors, their homes were small, they put up a sheet, they put up like a blanket so you don't see the bed. So you walk in the house and there's like a meter where you sit on the floor, and that's kind of the front room, and they have a sheet, and behind that's where they all sleep. But they were just so honored that you would come to their house. They weren't ashamed of their house. They just were glad that you would come to their house and give them some attention. And then to see just their excitement. And then at the end of the night, they cook this dinner. They don't have a stove in their house. They all cook dinners outside over coals. So there's no running water. There's no stove. They cook their dinner every day outside. So we sat there and we had dinner with them, and I had green bananas that were cooked. They had a sauce on them. It was good, but they were just so gracious and so grateful. And everywhere I went, one of the things that I kept hearing from these ladies like I said, it's kind of emotional, but they just kept saying, and I'll have to show you the video, because I told that when we did the ribbon cutting, I told everybody that it's not me, that I was representing tens of thousands of people. I was representing you and all these people that had gone out there and worked that were changing their lives. It wasn't Byron, but it was Rain that was changing their lives. But what they kept saying as we went from house to house, as we talked to these ladies and these workers, is they kept saying, thank you for loving us. Thank you for loving us. They kept saying that. It wasn't just one. They kept saying it again and again. Because it makes a difference to them. We've impacted their lives. Okay? And, I mean, how many people would like to go and do that? How many people would like to be a part of that? See, because this isn't just one thing. We're going to be able to do this not just in one community. We're going to be able to do this in community after community after community after community after community. But we're going to need help. We went and we helped put, when I was there, we put a playground set together. We put a sandbox together. We painted. We worked and got it, you know, a lot of these kids, even the workers, we got that little seesaw or the what do you call that? The teeter-totter or seesaw, I don't know what you call it. We put one together. And the ladies had never, even the workers, the ladies had never done that before. They never, so they were even having fun doing that, not just the kids. But it's so, like I said, so humbling to see just what a little bit can do for somebody. It's pretty emotional. So, Seeds for Change Foundation, that's what we're all about. And this is Rain's foundation. And you're going to see, we're going to continue to do more, and we're going to make it a lot more about this. We're going to see, because I don't think charities just work. We need to have the heart of a charity, but you have to have a business behind it to fund it and fuel it, right? You have to. So what if we marry all of these things together? What if we marry them all together? Where we have something that's gauged by business and profitability, because the profitability gives us power to do more, but yet we have the heart of a charity. Okay? That's the heart of making a difference and changing the world. That's what Rain is. That's what we're doing. We are making a difference, guys. So I can tell you for sure. Another thing here that we do is every time somebody joins Rain, we plant a tree. You know that when you joined Rain, we planted a tree in your name? Did you know that? Every time somebody joins Rain, since we're a seed company, we plant a seed. We plant a tree. Every time. So we planted over 300,000 trees already. What's going to happen in the next 5 years or 10 years? Okay. We're going to plant millions of trees. And how many lives are we going to change? How many kids are we going to send to school? How many people are we going to give hope to? How many communities can we lift out of poverty? A lot. I think we really are going to do a lot. Because that's what we're all about. All right? So this is all about social marketing, and it's all about social commerce. And what we want to do is, I want your life blessed. I want to compensate you. I want to take the percentages that are normally spent on marketing, and we're using this model of networking. Guys, and if you think that we're desperate to use this model, the reason that we're using this model is because this model has changed my life. I promise you, if we wanted to put this in health food stores, we could do it. If we wanted to put this in hospitals right now, guys, I get offers for not just $1 million or $2 million, I get offers for tens of millions of dollars. We get offers. But what happens if I take that offer? The people don't benefit. The people don't benefit. Okay, it's not a platform for the masses. I love this industry. It changed my life. I want to change other people's lives. And so I love networking, because that is for the people. Just like the difference between a taxi driver and Uber. Right? That's the difference. Giving it to the people. Sharing it with the people. So that's what we want to do. We want to change people's lives. And we put things together where we can impact you. As you go out there and share this, not only are you blessing people's lives with the product, we'll teach you systems of what you need to do to be able to turn your own team into hundreds and then thousands of people and then tens of thousands of people all across the globe. Guys, it does not matter what happens to Rain. We've been through a lot of crazy things. When you take over, because I took over this company, when you take over somebody else's failed business, there's a lot of problems. Okay? But you know what? It's not about one person. So it doesn't matter what has happened to Rain. There's one fact. We have grown 6 years straight. Every single year. No matter what. You know what's going to happen? We're going to grow 7 years straight. And 8 years straight. And 9 years straight. I mean, how many companies would love to be able to say we grew 6 years straight? How many? And they were not just 6 years straight, but 6 years since you've ever been in existence. From day one. That's Rain. We are not on trial. If somebody doubts where we're going, I pity them. Because we're going to go. You guys, I've had doubters since day one. I've had people doubt Rain since day one. And I don't go out and win because I'm going to show them and prove them wrong. No, I go out and win because I want to win. And I want to bless people. I know we're going to win. I don't care what people think or doubt. Because it doesn't stop the fact that we change lives every single day. And that's noble. And I think when you're doing something noble, you're blessed. Okay? And then we continue to pay forward. Right? So we have different bonuses here. We have different things, whether it's initial bonuses, Rainmaker bonuses, to all the different ways that we pay in the compensation plan. But here's what I want people to do. We have a system called the Maker program, the Rainmaker program, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more this afternoon. But I want somebody, once they get started, I want them to know exactly what they need to do. Because I want them to create a story. I want them to be able to create a story so they can save and show people. Because usually what happens is people get into networking and you have the blind lead the blind and everybody ends up in the ditch. Right? And we need to make it about systems. We need to make it about duplication. And I want you to create. You want to know why? I started in networking when I was 26 years old. I told you I had a mentor. By the time I was 28, I had hit the top level of my first networking company. I was getting paid out of 11 different countries. Do you want to know how I was able to do that? Well, first I worked hard. Okay, and I was consistent. Okay, I'm consistent. But you want to know what happened and what I did? I created a story for me, right from the beginning. And even if you're not right at the beginning, we can help you create a story. You know that if you've had a testimonial on this product or somebody in your family has had a testimonial, you know that could be worth millions of dollars to you? Millions. That's a story. Okay? And then we can show you how to create a financial story. So we have our maker system, our Rainmaker system, where we want people to go Rainmaker. And we can show you how to do it within 8 weeks. And if you do that in 8 weeks, you have a story. You've made your money back plus a lot more. And you're off to the races. So, usually when you start a business, how many years does it take to be profitable where you pay everybody back? Pay everything back. Yeah. Okay, so you know that Rain is 6 years old, like I told you? Do you want to know how much money the investors have gotten back? Like the main investors, there's some investors that I pay every single month because they don't have the belief that me and some of the other guys do. We've never taken one owner's draw. Not once. Not once. After doing 10 million and then 20 million and then 30 million and then 40 million and then 50 million and then 60 million, you would think if we've done a couple $100 million, it's okay if I take $1 million or $2, right? I wouldn't be looked down upon if I invested money and got my money back. Guys, we haven't taken one owner's draw. Why? Because actions speak louder than words. See, I'm not going to ask you to do something that I don't do. So if I ask you to be involved in Rain, to buy some product, to spend a little bit of money, guess what? I'm not going to ask you to spend as much as I did. Promise. Promise. If I ask you to get out there and hustle and work, I'm not going to ask you to work harder than I do. I'm not. But I'm going to go out and do it. I'm not going to ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do. Because, once again, you can say it or you can do it. Right? And once again, I mean, there's times you'll see me on social media when I'm having a good time with my family. See, I play hard and I work hard. I don't have tons of quantity time right now because I'm busy, but I try to have quality time. So when I'm home, we're doing something fun. Then I'm back on the road again. And that's what I do. I'm sacrificing, but the definition of sacrifice is giving up something good for something better. Right? And that's what we're doing. And so I want people to be able to win. So we have different ways people can get paid. We have lifestyle bonuses. I want to improve your lifestyle. I want to increase your lifestyle. And we'll pay you every single week. We pay every Friday. Okay, we have different team building commissions where you get paid off of your team. We have generation matching bonuses. And here's what I love about this. We bonus you on how well your people get paid. I think that's fair. Because usually you go to a network marketing seminar, you got this guy at the front, he just shows you his 10 houses, and then where he just vacationed, he's got the gold watch, all the chains, you know? He's showing off, he's making all this money, and nobody in the audience is making money. There's a person at the front room. They're making money, nobody else is making money. Right? Guess what? That can't happen in rain. It can't. If somebody is sitting up at the front of the room like a Susie Kwok, is she showing you how many houses she has? She's showing you how many cars she has? But yet I paid her millions of dollars. Millions. You want to know why she makes millions? Because her people make a lot of money. She gets bonus off of how well her people do. So you can't make the big money in rain unless your team does. Is that fair? Yep. As a leader, should I be motivated to help my team win? Yes. See, that's what we do. We put the money where the right activity should be. We want people to win. And so, you want to know what you need to do to make a lot of money? Have 5 to 10 people in your team make more than you. Right? That should be your goal. Do you know what I call that? It's called insurance. Insurance policy, right? I'll talk a little bit more about that too. So we have all these rank advancement bonuses and stuff as well that can pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you can make a lot of money. Guys, we did 60 million. We did 30 million when we had our first millionaire. First millionaires. 30 million a year. We're already paying people millions at that point. Okay? People can't say we don't pay. Okay? We have a 50% guaranteed payout. Okay? You don't have millionaires when a company's doing 30 million if the company doesn't pay. We pay. All right, so this is what we do. Anybody like to travel? Who wants to see the world? Okay? All right. We have lots of different things. Okay, who in this room, has anybody in this room been on a gold or platinum trip? Yes. Has anybody here in this room been on a leadership or a diamond trip? Okay? Congratulations. See, we got a lot of different incentives and stuff that we do. And when you come to our event, we're doing an event in Berlin. I think that we're going to announce some stuff you're going to be excited about as far as that's concerned. Okay? We got a lot of cool things happening. Not just about trips, but about impacting trips, impactful trips, to go and help make an impact as well. So you can go there and you can see these people firsthand too that we're making a difference with. You can see what you and your team's donations are doing as you go out there and build your business and your organization. But like I said, here's what I want. Somebody comes in contact with rain, I want their life better. I want it better. Okay, so even if somebody doesn't join RAIN, if you're here today and you don't join RAIN and you leave, I still want you to say, even though maybe I'm not doing that, I know that they believe what they're doing. I know they believe in what they're doing. I know they're sincere about what they're doing. Okay, I want you to know that, whether you join us or not. But here's what I'm telling you guys. The world doesn't know we exist. The nutritional industry does not understand that we're about to dominate them. We will. They don't understand it. We will dominate. RAIN is going to be one of those names that just people know. It's just RAIN. When they think of seed nutrition, right now, when you go out and you ask 100 people, what is seed nutrition? What are the people going to say? Is it fertilizer for plants? Okay, they won't know, right? Watch. In the future, when people say, what is seed nutrition? You know what the first thing they're going to say is? Rain. Rain. Because we're the first. Just like, Kleenex or anything else that was first, right? You don't say tissue, at least in the States. I don't say hand me a tissue, I say hand me a Kleenex. Because Kleenex was first. So, seed nutrition is rain. Right? We want to change people's lifestyles. And that's what we're going to do. Okay? And we're going to have people join us. Now, you can join us at different levels. People can choose how they want to join. Your path might not be my path. Okay? So, you can either be a customer, which is great. We'd love you to be a customer. People want to join us because they either want to supplement their income, they want to replace their income, or they want financial freedom. Now here's the difference for me as a CEO telling you this. I am a CEO and a founder, but guys, I'm really a distributor in my heart. Okay? The things that I'm talking to you about, okay, I know because I've done it. Not because I read it in a book, or because I think I know. I really have done it. I really have built teams all over the world. Okay? Even Rain, when we took over, guess who stayed? Guess who believed in Rain when we took over? My teams. They stayed. So, I'm not a distributor anymore, but they're basically my teams, in Rain. So, we want to teach you how to do that. You can come in at different levels, whatever level you want. I don't care. Okay? You come in, what do you want? Do you want to supplement? Do you want to replace? Or do you want financial freedom? We have a pack and a path for that. And we can show you what to do and how to do it. Just pick it. I don't care what it is. Just pick it. And we can show you how to get that back. Plus a lot more. Okay? And what you need to do to become that rain maker. And if you become that rain maker, guys, you make your money back. Plus a lot more. Alright? And sometimes people ask, now, if I still have my phone, I don't because it got stolen. It got stolen when I was in Uganda. That was one of the side notes. I did have my phone stolen. I would show you, people are like, I don't know how to do this business. I say, hey, can you take out your phone and can you do this? Can you do that? If you can do that, you can do this. You can get started. Okay, and we can teach you along the way. We can show you how to do this. But it all starts with, once again, technology. In the future, like I said, even in these poor markets, they're saying that in about 15 years, another 2 billion people are going to be connected to the internet that aren't connected today. 2 billion are going to be connected that aren't connected today. How are they going to be connected, do you think? Smartphones. Smartphones. So if we're not building all our systems, if we're not trying to do everything right there, all our trainings, all our duplication, our systems, our ordering, our back office, our everything on that phone, we're missing it. We're missing it. Because that's where everything is going to be done. And not only that, but guess what? Here's what I believe. People don't want to go to work anymore. You know where they want work to be? Wherever they are. If I'm watching the football game, I can still work. We're going to have to change, hopefully, the word for vacation. It's just called living life. I just happen to be in Hawaii, but I'm living life. I'm still doing business, right? Because as long as I have my phone, I can do anything. Okay? So we have the systems. We have the Rain app, the back office, the social media, the system. And we're putting together, guys, a training. Here you're going to see that's coming up. The Rain University. It's a 3-day training that you're gonna learn every single aspect. And not just learn it, but apply it. Apply it, right? And so there's gonna be no question. See, here's what I don't get. Why would somebody spend the money to join a franchise, per se? Why do you join a franchise? Because it's a proven system. Why would somebody buy a McDonald's and not learn how to run it when it's already been proven to work? See, why would somebody join and have people that are seeing success and not come learn how to do it? Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. The reason that you join is not only because you like what you see, but because you have proven systems to show you how to do what you do and how to make it work. Not make it about you. Make it about the system. Make it about the organizations. All right? And I'm going to talk more about that this afternoon. But we have it there, guys. Here's what you need to understand. Our goal is to make things better. And we will. And we're going to continue to do it. And what I love, like I said at the very beginning, is we're doing three things. We're fixing three major problems. We're putting money behind social issues that I don't believe will get fixed unless you can put money behind it, because then you have the resources and the time to do it. But for that to happen, we need to make sure that you can be philanthropists. You don't have to worry about yourself. So as we go out there and empower people with what they need, and that is pure nutrition, with a category that's never been done that we own, you free yourself, and at the same time, we change the world. We make a difference for other people. Right? And we can do it, because any time in life that there's been something that changes the world, it always starts with a few crazy people that just believe they can. Right?
Yeah.
They're crazy enough to think they can do it. Okay? And I believe we can do it. And I know we got people here that are crazy enough to think we can. Because we already have. If we stop right now, it still's worth it. We've changed a lot of lives. But we're just getting started. So, guys, we are in the right place at the right time. We have the right things. The stars don't line up like this every day. They don't. When was the last time all these things lined up for you? When is it going to happen again? I don't know if it's ever going to happen again. But even if it does, here's what I know. It's here now. Why not take this one? It's here now, right in front of us. You know about it before 100th of 1% of people in Europe even know we exist. And you're here now. So, I'm honored to be on this journey with you. Okay, I'm passionate about it. I believe it to my core. This is not a job. It's kind of who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is what drives me. It's not the money. It's making a difference. I feel like we should leave the world a better place than we found it. And I can't do it by myself. We need the RAIN army. We need to build this RAIN army. We have to build it. We have to use networking. And we're going to change millions and millions of people's lives in and outside of RAIN. And I know we can do it together. So thank you so much, everybody. Let's make it.